Do you live in a house like this? Then you're surrounded by drywall every single day. But have you ever stopped to think how it's actually made? Most Americans spend their entire lives inside buildings wrapped in this material. Yet they have no idea where it comes from or how it transforms from rock deep underground into the smooth walls around you right now. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover will change how you see every room you enter. Drywall is everywhere in American construction. Walk through any home, any office, any school in the United States, and you're looking at drywall. It covers over 90% of interior walls and ceilings across the country. But why? What makes this material so dominant in American building? The answer comes down to three things: speed, cost, and versatility. Before drywall became standard in the 1940s and 50s, builders used plaster and lath, a labor-intensive process that took weeks to complete. Drywall changed everything. Suddenly, you could finish an entire house in days instead of weeks. So where does this miracle material come from? It all starts deep in the earth with a mineral called gypsum. Gypsum is a soft sulfate mineral that forms in ancient seabeds and salt flats. Major deposits exist across the United States in places like Nevada, Iowa, Oklahoma, and California. Mining companies extract gypsum through both underground mining and open-pit quarrying, depending on how deep the deposits lie. Massive excavators pull tons of raw gypsum from the earth every single day. This raw material looks like chunky white or gray rock, nothing like the smooth panels you see on construction sites. Once extracted, the gypsum travels to processing facilities, where the real transformation begins. Workers crush the raw gypsum into smaller pieces, then feed it into massive rotary kilns. These kilns are essentially giant rotating drums that heat the gypsum to around 350 degrees Fahrenheit. This heating process drives off about 75% of the water chemically bound in the gypsum, creating what's called calcined gypsum or plaster of Paris. This step is crucial because it changes the gypsum's chemical structure, preparing it to be mixed with water again later. The calcined gypsum then moves to the mixing stage. Here's where the magic happens. Workers blend the powdered gypsum with water to create a thick slurry. But it's not just gypsum and water. Manufacturers add other ingredients too. Starch to help the paper bond, foaming agents to reduce weight, and various additives depending on what type of drywall they're making. The consistency has to be perfect, thick enough to hold its shape but fluid enough to spread evenly. Now comes the fascinating part. The manufacturing line runs continuously, moving at incredible speed. Two massive rolls of paper feed into the system, one on top and one on bottom. The bottom paper layer moves along a conveyor belt, while the gypsum slurry pours onto it in a continuous stream. The top paper layer then presses down onto the wet gypsum, sandwiching the slurry between two paper surfaces. This happens so fast that the line produces hundreds of feet of continuous drywall every minute. As the sandwiched material moves down the line, rollers press it to the desired thickness. Standard drywall comes in half-inch thickness, but manufacturers also produce 3/8 inch, 5/8 inch, and even thicker panels for special applications. The continuous sheet travels through a forming station, where it gets shaped to exact specifications. Then comes the cutting. Automated knives slice the continuous ribbon into standard lengths: 8 feet, 10 feet, or 12 feet. The most common size you'll see on job sites is 4 feet wide by 8 feet long, weighing around 57 pounds per sheet. But the sheets aren't ready yet, they're still wet and fragile. The cut panels move into massive drying kilns, sometimes over 500 feet long. Inside these kilns, hot air circulates around the panels, evaporating the excess water. The gypsum core undergoes a chemical reaction, recrystallizing into a hard, solid mass. This drying process takes about an hour. When the panels emerge, they're completely dry and rigid, ready for the final steps. Workers inspect each sheet for defects, then stack them in bundles. Automated systems wrap the bundles for shipping, and forklifts load them onto trucks. From mine to finished product, the entire process takes just a few days. These panels then ship to lumber yards, home improvement stores, and construction sites across America. If you want to keep your construction business organized and profitable, you need more than just skills. With Invoice One Pro Net, you can track your overhead, manage your accounting, create professional estimates, receive online payments from your clients, and run your entire business from one place, and much more. Now let's talk about installation, because understanding how drywall goes up helps you appreciate the engineering behind it. On a typical construction site, workers measure and cut sheets to fit the framing. They score the paper face with a utility knife, snap the sheet along the line, then cut the back paper. It's quick and creates minimal dust. Workers lift the panels into place, often using special lifts for ceiling installations, because holding a 50-pound sheet overhead isn't easy. Installation uses special drywall screws driven into the wood or metal studs. Screws go in every 12 inches along the studs and every 8 inches on ceilings. The screw heads dimple slightly below the surface without breaking the paper. This creates a smooth plane that's ready for finishing. Corners get special treatment with metal or paper corner beads that protect the edges and create crisp lines. Then comes the taping and mudding process. Workers apply joint compound, also called mud, over the seams between sheets. Paper or fiberglass mesh tape embeds in this first coat, reinforcing the joint. After it dries, they apply second and third coats, feathering the edges wider each time. The screw dimples get filled too. Skilled tapers make the seams completely invisible. After everything dries, sanders smooth any imperfections, creating walls ready for texture or paint. Drywall comes in different types for different situations. Standard white board works for most interior walls in dry conditions. But step into a bathroom or basement, and you'll see green board or purple board, moisture-resistant versions with special paper facing and additives in the core that resist mold and water damage. Fire-rated drywall, called Type X, contains special fibers that help it resist fire for up to 1 hour. Building codes often require this in garages, between units in multi-family buildings, and around furnaces. You'll find drywall in virtually every part of American homes. Living rooms, bedrooms, kitchens, hallways all use standard drywall. Bathrooms and laundry rooms get moisture-resistant types. Garages often require fire-rated panels where they connect to living spaces. Basements use moisture-resistant or mold-resistant varieties because of potential humidity issues. Remodeling projects and new construction both rely heavily on drywall because it's affordable. Fast to install and easy to finish beautifully. The 4x8 sheet remains the standard, but 10 and 12-foot lengths reduce seams in rooms with higher ceilings or longer walls. Fewer seams mean less taping, faster finishing and cleaner-looking results. Professional installers choose their sheet sizes strategically to minimize waste and labor. Think about this. The walls surrounding you right now started as ancient mineral deposits formed millions of years ago. Humans extracted that rock, transformed it through heat and chemistry, sandwiched it between paper, dried it into rigid panels, installed it on wooden frames, finished it smooth, and painted it into the surfaces you see every day. That's the hidden story behind every American home. Pretty remarkable when you stop and consider it, isn't it? Follow Invoice 1 Pro Net for more construction tips, pricing strategies, and tools to grow your business in the United States.